Call the meeting. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Tony Biancardi,
Here.
Angie Scott.
Here.
All right, reorganization.
So this board needs president, vice,
And then you're.
we're here.
Well, we gotta make a motion, go ahead.
I make a motion for Andy Scott to say the vice president, to be vice president, and Tony Biancardi to be president.
Second.
Any discussion?
Can we do all in favor?
I mean, we're all here, right? We just don't have a three. Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Approval of the June 15, 2022 minutes.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Do we have any correspondence?
We do not.
Okay.
Hi, is it me? Are you asking me my engineer report? Yeah, I actually do some of your reports.
Okay.
I did review and what's it called? Don't put that in the minutes, okay? Hang on, thank you.
We do a survey now.
A CIT, the trucking,
Oh.
I did review their SWIP. They sent a SWIP in, and then I sent you the comments at the same time as I sent the engineer the comments. I'm not really sure, I haven't seen actually construction plans, so I don't really know why the SWIP was turned in, if they just wanted some initial feedback, maybe, but just, right, unless there's,
Yeah, I think the reason why it was an oversight, like they just wanted to say, hey, this is what we're looking, and then like Jeanette said, Shim kind of gave a best practice, I guess, with recommendations to phase this thing because of the way they're working with great, I'm having a brain fart now. With what's that?
I'm trying to help.
It's kind of the Army Corps of Engineers for the wetland.
Oh, yeah.
So because of the mitigation process that they're doing, the suggestion was that they phase this thing, does not stop the construction process of the building. For them being able to obtain that permit. So I think that's why they turned the SWIFT in for like an early review. But yeah, she's absolutely right. We don't have the actual.
So I guess though, my question is, if they turned it in for an early review, are we billing them for that? Or is that a cost we're picking up?
No, it would still be the billable to them
Like,
because they asked for the review.
okay, I'm just asking, because you know, if that's the case and we do a lot of back and forth and we don't actually have the full plans yet and it's all, you know, hypothetical, that could be a big cost that we would incur.
And we were clear on that.
Okay,
There were some communications back even from
Okay.
Jim that it would be for them to review, that it would be cost to them.
okay, that's fine. So we don't have any construction plans or a timeline or anything
Not
else?
that I've seen.
Are they planning on going in on Lions Drive?
So pretty much where they're part, just to again, this is speculation, preliminary. Pretty much the area that's gonna be really affected by the wetland is the parking and the pervious surface for the parking.
Do they have to pave it?
I think it's gonna be a requirement because of the trucks. So.
Anything else, Jen?
No.
All right. Old business, we have our MS4 notice of intent. I did read all the things you sent me, but if you want to give us a little update. Or you or Bill.
Either one. I have the email here, but I guess just main notes, we have to have the notice of intent submitted to IDEM by April 13th.
And are we ready with that, or there's things that we need to do? Is that, so who's doing that?
We were waiting for Shim. Shim said We directed
Okay.
Shem to handle that.
Okay,
So, and he had some communications with Reggie. And they had some communications back and forth, and Jim assured her at that point that it would be in plenty of time, so. But that's, you know, just pretty clear.
right, are you? You know anything about that, Jen?
No, and I'll check the Shem, but also I did review the form again for this meeting, and I think some of the main things that I think that we can help you with is like pulling, there's like certain numbers, certain state codes, for watersheds that need to be pulled, that we can assist with, but I think it might have to be a collaboration, between.
Okay, so we probably need to confirm that, Shem, tomorrow. If Bill was under the assumption Shem was gonna handle it all, but now it might be both. People were, like town and Shem working on it.
Possibly, I know,
Okay.
Shem did mention it to me, a little bit ago, you know, that they needed to get turned in.
Okay, well, let's just confirm
Yeah.
tomorrow somewhat, yeah.
Okay,
I'll talk to Shem and then I'll email.
start an email.
Yeah,
Okay.
either
Okay.
way, that way we know tomorrow and we can move forward in whatever way we have to.
Yeah.
So,
It's gonna be here faster.
Yes.
yeah, there is an application fee, which I believe is $50. I'll have to double check on that amount, but we also have to advertise our notification of this notice of intent 30 days before we apply for it. So.
Because why? We're not gonna do it.
Because IDEM said so. But yeah,
Please let me pay $50.
well, that's, yeah, the application fee, but we either have to, it looks like put it on our website or put a legal notice in the paper.
Either or.
Either, or, yes, so, okay, but yeah.
So
30 days.
if the date is, it's due on April,
April 13th is 365 days after we got the
okay,
initial
so we
letter.
have to have it on the website by March 13th.
I believe so.
Okay, so
I'll check the
we're,
dates, but
yeah, so we need to turn around quickly to get it done.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
okay, so that intent,
I
Yeah.
can,
finish it, file it, notify it on the website.
right, I'll try to get examples of what that notification needs to require. I'm sure somebody has one, or there's context on these item forms too, so
Okay,
I'll work on that.
okay. And then was there more that you read, the email you sent, were there more that we need to do in relation to that?
Well, there's 2 forms that have to be submitted with the notice of intent. So I don't know what forms Shem has pulled or what Jeanette's worked on. But one is the notice of intent itself and another is state form 51-51277, which is a stormwater quality management plan.
Okay,
So there's some, I guess,
That identifies your health.
yeah, you
So we
also have
probably
to have
both of those, whatever.
a budget also. An estimate of a budget. It has to go back with, so.
Does it give you like suggestions on line items for that budget? or-
No, do you want to look at the form?
So this is the immediate, what we need to be doing to get this filed.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, so Bill, you guys will communicate tomorrow.
Yeah, I think like Chris said, to start a chain email with everybody involved, so we're all on the same page. would be a
Yeah.
good thing. So, but I'll definitely, if you talk to Jim, I'll definitely reach out and
Okay,
see what we need on our side as well.
okay. All right, do you need anything else in regards to that?
I don't think so. I think we can go back and forth with the emails and gather all the information that we need, right?
Okay. Future infrastructure projects. I guess the only one that's still kind of hanging out there is the Harbor storm drain.
We do have a gentleman that's got a possible inquiry on a property on Old Porter Road, we talked a while back next to, used to be the John Deere building, but now it's Color Pearl. That property will have to extend to the gravity manhole, which would be 2 properties over. So that may be something we may see come in front of the board eventually here. But storm crosses US 20, so that'd be a state issue. So just want to let you know that that property may be getting developed, so we may have something part of storm related with that.
Something that we'll need to do.
Only if it involves the town, as far as if he's got to get a hold of, if it's not state related, if it comes to the backside of Old Porter Road, which I'm not sure where that storm lies yet. I've not done a lot of investigation, but just to let you know, that may be something that we look at if it involves our infrastructure. I think that goes to the state, so it may not, just figure it'd be worth bringing up, just in case he does develop it between now and the next meeting. So.
All right, and then I guess just because we haven't met since June, just to get into the record, the like current status of the Hadley Storm project.
So I did get communication back from NIPSCO engineer, and then they had, we had talked about sitting down and having a meeting to talk about what it would take. And we haven't set that meeting yet because they had like timelines for all their projects that had to get on the books. So I will reach back out to him and see about setting that meeting.
Okay,
And I assume that maybe like we could have Bill, or I don't know if you want to be in that meeting.
yeah,
as
we
well.
will for sure. I guess I just for, reference, we're waiting on NIPSCO, and then is the plan, I mean, it makes sense. What we're waiting for NIPSCO, and then would we have to bid that out again?
Yeah.
Because, right, because we allow the cancellation of the
Yes.
previous contract. But waiting on NIPSCO is probably also
Yes.
until we have all that sorted out.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, anything else? Are they, as spring is coming, ditch work and all that?
They have been washing the dishes, they cleaned out again, I know Rob told me they cleaned out again on Westport Road, and then. I thought they said actually did your area of the neighborhood again. But they have been doing, because I actually had one with the drains over in Corlands. Some of the intakes were plugged, so I asked if they could get them took care of them. They went out and did it the next day, so
Okay,
we are doing some maintenance.
but some of the older ones where, over the course of time plowing that has kind of filled in the swales and the ditches, are they gonna try to
I think that's one that we're gonna, like we talked about,
contract out?
we're gonna have to contract out to do those big swells. If we don't have the right ditching bucket, type of bucket to do that.
So we'll, I think, maybe potentially meet again in April.
Yeah, maybe we could I could go around myself and Adam and I, we can look and pick which ones and prioritize.
Yeah, maybe even have some quotes, because April-ish time is gonna be when.
Do you need a meeting for April? If 30 days out is in March.
No, they can just turn it in. Oh, we're gonna post it in the papers. All right. Any other old business? All right, new business then is the meeting schedule for 2023. So what,
We were doing every even month,
okay.
so if you just want to keep it the same, I don't know, I just put it on there.
As even. And then, or as needed, so if something came up that, like if the Hadley project started to move and we needed to meet, then we would just toss that in prior to the sort of, sanitary. Yeah, I'm really glad we got it. Financial report. It's the second Wednesday, right? Yeah, no,
Third,
third, but you should show up in the second Wednesday.
See, leave me alone.
I said you should show up. on the
No,
second-
maybe it
I was trying to
Pick one meeting, pick one. Which one would you like me to come to? Because I'm going with the 30 minute.
It's just me. And you, I know. Okay, financial report. Questions, comments? No claims tonight?
No claims. And I just want to note too, that earmarked funds amount, that was what was earmarked from CCI sewer for the Hagland Road project. So,
Which should, in my opinion, remain earmarked.
yeah, that's why I left it there, but of course that's,
So then how much money do we have to spend on any projects coming into this year then?
we have appropriated $98,500. As of the first of the year, we only have 89,000 in the fund,
And
So-
and how much did we earmark? 60?
64.
Okay, so we have a substantial, I mean, can get some of those ditches probably.
Yeah, and I don't know what all is gonna have to be paid for the notice of intent,
Right,
you know, or
Okay,
that budget, you know.
Right.
I guess that we gotta think about.
that budget altogether for MS4 is something that we need to think about. I know we've been paying, like, paid your training out of the council's general budget, so. We probably should talk about that next.
Mhm.
We're gonna sort that out and take some from the council. No claims.
No.
Go to the order of the community and any other business. I guess, so the third person on this board can be a town resident, it can, okay.
So since you're an R and she's a D, it could be either, but you
Right.
can't have all three of the same
Okay.
party, so.
Okay. All right. Okay, I'm. Okay. Okay. I have no announcements, except our next meeting will now be April. Motion to adjourn. Second. Motion second to adjourn, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried.
That was fun.